Before we left off with the House Minority Leader John Boehner, a question about politics, especially on the Democratic side, and the Minority Leader is back with me here in Washington. Here's the issue, though. The politics are at work this following way. If Democrats don't get something done, it's a true risk to their party, a la 1994. Also, if they don't get something done, it could be a real risk to the presidency. Only 8 or 9 months into Barack Obama's position at the White House. So then, you ask, what does get done? How do you define something?
Well, this massive health care bill, in my view, is not going to get finished because the American people are saying no. At the end of the day, my colleagues listen to their voters. You know, there's a basic instinct that drives Washington, and that's political survival. And if they want to survive the next election, they can't just ignore their constituents. And so Americans are heavily engaged. They're talking to their members of Congress. And that's why I think that this massive government takeover bill just doesn't happen. And you have to understand there's one other thing working here. They walked their members off the plank on the stimulus bill. They walked them off the plank on this cap and trade bill in the House. Members have taken all kinds of grief and heat over it, and as a result, they're a little reluctant. They're going to be very reluctant to walk off the plank again for a government takeover of our health care system.
What about reading the bill 3 days before you vote on it? I mean, did the town halls mean anything?
I can't believe they defeated this amendment in the Senate yesterday. In the House, Democrats and Republicans are working together on a discharge petition to force Nancy Pelosi to bring a vote in the House requiring a 72-hour layover for any major spending bill.
Good luck with that.
Don't worry, watch. You'll see.
Mean, listen, Republicans are talking about too, but Democrats haven't ignored that either. It's a real issue as to whether or not that goes through. Thank you, by the way. You and the former Democratic Mayor Anthony Williams. You've got a great organization that helps a lot of poor urban kids here through Catholic schools in Washington, D.C. And I was honored to host your event last night here in Washington, D.C. along with the Archbishop, Donna Worrell. I think you guys have done great work.
Thank you.
You started this program with Senator Ted Kennedy 9 years ago, and you have raised literally millions and millions of dollars to benefit so many young kids.
It's about giving kids a chance. And unfortunately, in a lot of these urban centers, the public schools just aren't getting the job done. And these are little Catholic schools in really rotten neighborhoods, 95% minority, 95% non-Catholic, that the church has decided to keep open. And in a bipartisan way, we raise money to help keep the doors open to give these kids a chance.
Well, in such a partisan town, you're doing it the right way. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, Megan, you know I wear a tie every Friday. That's some shade of purple from my high school, Cincinnati elder. He went to Cincinnati Moeller, our huge arch rival back home.
Why he's wearing his blue and gold tie.
Last night he said, Hammer, I'm only doing your show for one reason. You have to wear the gold and the blue of Moeller High School.
I thought you were trying to match me.
Duty.
I thought we just looked adorable.
And I've done mine.
That too.
Nicely done, and good for both of you guys. Sounds
Thank
like a